Okay, so Ecom applications and covered learning outcome 4 last time.
Okay.
And today, we'll discuss the learning outcome 5. It's basically create an Ecom site in line with industry standards, review feedback on Ecom site, present solution to client showing appropriate use of Ecom application. So, as far as the contents are concerned, it looks like that you should create and some features should be available in your website. Yeah, the Ecom website, a shopping cart, whatever you call. Yeah, if you call it as a shopping cart, then obviously it's in Ecom website. If you call like online store, then again it's Ecom website, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. So for this bit, do I actually have to make a website?
Need to look at the assignment. Yeah, that
Okay. Yeah.
if they ask, then you would need to create, and if they haven't asked, then maybe the theoretical should be fine.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's easy. For example, you can install the web server, Windows, Apache server on your computer, and then you can install, for example, eCart. There are many cards, built-in cards you can install, and you can access those cards locally.
Okay.
Have you ever tried to create a simple server on locally?
Yeah. It was a long time ago, but I did it. Yeah, a little IIS server.
Yeah, exactly. So when you install the IIS server, Internet Information Server, then you need to place your HTML files in a particular directory, and then you need to access your server through the address in the browser, like http://localhost and then slash and then the name of the file,
Yeah.
and then you put access. So probably if the assignment requires, then you can still create the similar way in a similar way, and that would be sufficient.
Okay.
Yes.
That's good. Yeah.
Now create online presence. So defining an organization's Ecom offerings. When you are running a business, there is always something more that you feel you could be done. Yeah. So what you need to do, for example, the brand ambassadors. Yeah. Depending on your demographic, brand ambassadors, like mostly the celebrity, may be a great way to rise up your sales. Yeah.
Yeah.
So your offerings, yeah, should include the brand ambassadors. Like you might have seen, certain advertisements, certain celebrities, like the product, and they say, "I like this," and you use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like the film stars like Shawaz Zenga and many, I don't remember most of the you know uh, Hollywood actors, but when they say something, then you really try, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. You trust them.
Yeah. Ambassadors are a great way to expand your reach in different regions and to have real people sharing your brand instead of advertising. So obviously it's not always true that if they use it, then it would be good, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not always. Yeah. Not always true.
Because they get paid for the particular promo.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
So, but anyways, you try to have brand ambassadors. Then live chat. When your customers on your site, you don't want anyone to hesitate about clicking purchase. Having a live chat option allows any questions or concerns to be addressed immediately. visitors are more likely to buy, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Somebody needs to be there.
somebody needs to be there, but most of the time, around 50% of some of the websites, they don't have, the people, and initially, like, the robots, they chat with people, and at some point, uh, they take the answers, from the database.
Yeah.
Have you experienced this before?
Yeah, I have. Yeah. Normally what gives that away is the time that they come back to you, because it's instant, isn't it?
Yeah, one is that there is a live chat timings, yeah, but some of
Yeah.
the dodgy websites, whether dodgy website or some websites, they give you a kind of automated answering.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't know they want to what they want to, like nowadays in banking, they ask you, the voice recognition options, and you keep on saying, why you are connecting and blah blah blah, and if you are not irritated, and then you continue, otherwise you close.
Mm.
Obviously, there's no point, asking the computer to take to the option. They can clearly, say, here is one option, here is option two, option three. Have you noticed this, that nowadays, they want to recognize people, and then they want to take to the right option.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
I,
they want to cut back, don't they, on a human intervention?
but it's not, sensible indeed, what I believe.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, it saves them time, doesn't it?
No, I mean, like, they bother to customers, speak, like robots, yeah, and obviously, speech, there is a problem in speech recognition, that everyone has got their own accent, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, and you cannot train your computer, according to a kind of one accent. Like, Scottish people, they have their own accent. Welsh, they have their own accent, and English, they have their own accent, and international people, they have their own accent. So really, they can't do. I mean, the computer can't understand and recognize every voice they want.
Yeah, there's the Cornish as well.
Yeah. So I don't like personally, the voice recognition options, by even banks, what's the reason of your call, thing like that. They only, kill the time and make busy to people. Otherwise, they can simply say, okay, there is a menu, one for, for example, credit card, two for debit card, three for, billing, four for blah, blah, blah. Very
Mm.
clear, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Then referral programs, customers will listen more to what their friends tell them to buy than what an ad says. Yeah. So referral program is like, you are sending a kind of referral link to to your friends. Yeah. And nowadays, a kind referral linking has become spam indeed. Yeah. If
Yeah.
someone is sending you a kind of referral, then they only, send you a link for their benefit,
Yeah, definitely.
because they would be getting some commission. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
However, the referral should work like, a genuine referral. Yeah. A
Yeah.
a true friend should recommend genuinely, then it makes a sense.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So your ecom store should support the referral program as well. That's just, the offerings. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then social media customer service. Yeah. As your company grows and your social media accounts become larger, it can be hard to keep up with the comments and questions posted. However, when you engage with your customers publicly, you not only answer the questions but show your dedication to your company and build an element of trust with the customers. So normally, have seen that lots of brands and companies, they also have the Facebook accounts and pages, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now even you can have the customer services on social media. Is it possible?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not as a customer service or information, so as compared to the normal customer services on the website, but people love to have their conversation done on the pages.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and obviously the business would expand. The people, if you are in communication with a company via Facebook, and if they did well, then obviously you would share the company further.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So there is a recommendation that you maintain your customer services via social media as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then product suggestions. Once customers have already purchased from you, hopefully had a wonderful experience. Not sure, isn't it?
Yeah.
They are more likely to purchase again from you than from a company they haven't purchased from yet. Is it true?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if
Yeah.
if someone suggests something, yeah, you're always going to go with them, aren't you?
Suggestions is like, one company shipped you a product with a reasonable cost, yeah, and good quality. If you suggest them the similar item, and so the customer would prefer to buy from you again instead of trying a new store, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, identifying target audience for Ecom solutions. So here are 6 ways to determine target audience for your Ecom store. So now one is that if you want to target people, then you should know that who's your target, who's your audience. Like audience in commerce industry works differently from that of a real world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Merchants don't interact with the customers as they would at a physical shop. Like, if you are at a physical shop, then maybe you need to show a good service to them, a good communication skill, a very good response, a very good smiling response, isn't it?
Yeah.
So hence judgment on one's behavior and personality varies at almost every encounter. That's one possibility in the physical thing. Yeah. So let's
Yeah.
say you have an online store for sportswear. Now it's important that you understand the lifestyle and behavior of people who follow sports on a regular pattern. So whoever your customer is, then you should be able to know that the lifestyle of a person, for example. So it would be easier if you yourself are a fan of what you are selling.
Yeah.
This act removes the need for carrying out basic research as you already know what, how, and when your potential customer want your product. Yeah. So, for
Yeah.
example, the Christmas is coming, and you know that how much percent of your items would be sold in the Christmas. So, obviously, all is the research about your audience. If you know, for example, if it's not only the case that you sell an item, for example, the uh, clothes and daily life items, yeah, but if it is a kind of restaurant, then you should really need to know what people like, like to eat.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
If you don't take care that what people really they want to eat, then obviously would fail in your business.
Yeah.
Picture your potential customer as an e-com store for a sportswear. You should have an understanding of your target market. This step can be carried out by making an individual profile for every user that visits your online store. That's a good point. That a kind of profile for every person should be stored in at your site, yeah, and then you can recommend to them according to their profile.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good. Makes sense.
Yeah, and like a fishing, according to need.
Hmm.
Yeah. Customer segmentation. Now that you have created a customer profile, it is best advised to categorize your target audience. Yeah. Make use of demographic information such as name, address, and user behavior. In fact, modern practices suggest that businesses should make note of customers' lifestyle, profession, and needs that are not being met. This helps online stores to better cater users as well as rightly mold promotional messages. So, customer segmentation matters. You should really focus on the type of the customers separately. It shouldn't be the case that your one marketing, for example, would be sufficient for every kind of customer, but you should segregate. You create the segmentation between them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Surveys and customer feedback, that's important and good to have. If you would survey, take the customer feedback at regular intervals, even from every customer, then you would really improve yourself, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, you've got to know what your customers are thinking, haven't you? Otherwise, you can never improve your service.
Yeah, many successful entrepreneurs claim to have come up with the best business driving strategies while talking to right customers. It has become a common practice to record customer feedback right after completing business with them. Some online stores even take it a step ahead and offer brief welcoming survey to new users in order to take note of their needs right at the start. So, like when you call to British case and they ask you to at the end of the phone call, there is a short customer survey. If you want to participate, then press 2, otherwise press 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, sorry to say, I always don't opt to go for the survey. Do you?
No, I don't. The problem I find with surveys is they often say it's only going to take 10 minutes, but it takes
Yeah.
longer than 10 minutes.
So I don't know why they ask, in advance, and obviously, everyone, wants, not to give any survey.
Yeah, I do sometimes. Occasionally I do. I'm more likely to do it online though, actually type it rather than on
Yeah.
a call.
Yeah. So next, know your promoters. Once you have identified target audience for your online store, the next step is to look for the promoters of your brand. Customers come promoters are basically advocates of your business that help popularize your brand via word of mouth. It has become general practice to leverage a satisfied chunk of user base and educate it to build a strong referral base. In this regard, most companies offer decent incentives to their promoters. So it says like a kind of referral program is basically the promoters of your business.
Yeah.
And maybe the referrals could be working differently from promoters.
Yeah.
Like the referrals get a commission, uh, a kind of commission, but promoters may be working like a pure marketing.
Yeah.
So maybe similar, and they can be interchangeable. So it's fine. So you should know that how you, for example, know your audience, know your potential customer, separate the categories of your customers, survey them, and know your promoters who will be promoting your online business. Then now start your competitors, follow your competitors. Yeah, this is also a kind of strategy to in order to boost your business. This is perhaps one of the most important details that businesses need to take care of, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, if you don't follow your competitors and you have your own prices, then you would always be in loss. For example, if your prices are high, then nobody would come to you, and if your prices are very low, then you would be at loss, and then you know you won't be doing good savings. So you follow your competitors and see how they are doing, and then you should create your strategy of selling items according to the competition in the market, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for example, nowadays even on eBay, people only make 1 pence or 5 pence on an eBay store just to increase the rating of their account, and they do lots of this kind of sacrification in order to create a customer base, isn't it?
Yeah, they do, yeah.
Now, implementing an Ecom application design against a given client brief. So Ecom web design is about making the journey to the checkout as quick as easy possible. So Ecom solution should be quicker and easy as much as possible so that you could check out easily. That's basically the main target of a good Ecom solution, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. You need to get that person to pay.
Yeah. And so if your shopping cart is easy, then you would attract the customer, and you won't let the customer leave the shopping. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are the points? Number one is let customers refine their options. When customers are trying to search for what they want on your e-com site, being able to filter their options will save them a lot of time and effort, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, refining the options most of the time is good, but still there is a flaw.
Yeah.
You know, have you found any flaw in Amazon?
Um. Yeah. Sometimes. There is problems I've found with them. Is their returns process is sometimes not very good.
No. We're not talking about the written process. We are talking about the refine their options like a filters.
Oh, the what when you search for items?
Yeah.
No, I've never had a problem with that. If I'm looking for something, I can normally find it.
Yeah. No, let me tell you one problem, and you must have tried to tried that option, but you cannot remember now. But if that would be applied, then you would definitely go for it.
Okay.
Let me tell you how. Most
Yeah.
of the time, either you filter your search based on the price, or you filter your search based on the average customer rating.
Okay.
Yeah, is that the case?
Yeah.
But you know, if you might have done a kind of searching into the tables that sort a table according to the first column, and then the second column should also be, sorted.
Okay, yeah.
Like, if you want the customers, if you want the item to be sorted according to the average customer review, for example, you would get it. But you also want their sequence into price from low to high as well.
Yeah.
Did you notice this?
Yeah, I've had that problem before.
Yeah.
On it might have been Amazon. I think it was a long time ago. I think I had that problem.
Yeah, so that's a problem that for
Yeah.
if you are looking for a good customer rating, but you really want a cheaper thing as well.
Yeah.
So sometimes if you are, sorting according to the, even in on the booking.com, yeah, when you are sorting the hotels according to the price, then, maybe at the low price, hotels, you get a very low rating, poor rating, in front of you, but still at the lowest price, there exists, the high rating, hotels as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So like a two column, I would say a two column sorting. First column initially, and then you sort according to the second column.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you sort out according to the first name, and then according to the last name as well.
And so on. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. So the filtering option should be there. Then let the reverse reverse their choices to. Yeah, when a
Yeah.
user starts to narrow their navigation inside a particular category, for example, selecting a large cloth only, they may make mistake or change their mind. So it's vital that you allow them to remove those navigation selection rather than forcing the use of button, back button, and click and these things. You understand this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that at every, like in Amazon, at the checkout, they allow you to increase or decrease the quantity, and they ask you to update.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let them reverse their choice at every stage.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Keep search bar in easy reach. Yeah, so your searching, your search bar should be easy reach and on the main, so that quickly everyone should be able to search. For example, if you might have tried the booking.com or any airline, then most of the websites give you the first thing in front of you, that from when to when you want to travel. And some of these websites, they have a difficulty. You try to give the data with small fonts, and you have a difficulty, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes. Just puts you off, doesn't it?
Yeah, if the item is out of stock, make it clear.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Most of the time what happens, that when they browse, and then, after doing some search, and you are trying to put into the cart, and you notice that the item is not available.
Yeah. I sometimes I've had it on Amazon before where I've tried to search for something.
Yeah.
So say for example it's a book, and I find the book, and then I see there's a newer version in the
Yeah.
listings, and you click on it,
Yeah.
and then it says on the right hand side, this book is not available
Yeah.
until, and there's a date, and you think,
Yeah. Yeah.
I need the book now, but I'd like the newer version.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
can be annoying.
Yeah. The reason that it says you mark it out of stock instead of removing, because it will increase your SEO capability.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So for SEO purposes, it's better to keep the product on the site. Do not
Yeah.
remove it. Like, even most of the time, old, obsolete models or, items which are no longer available from the factories, still you are able to search on the Amazon, but it says discontinued or out of stock.
Yeah, so that keeps their searches up, doesn't it?
Yeah. So it's advised that you do not remove at all, but just say out of stock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make use of quality photographs. That's obviously if you have stock and if your photographs are good, like taken on the zoom lens from different angles, then that would attract as compared to the photographs taken in the normal, from the normal camera, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then make the shopping cart visible on every page. So every time, for example, you are trying to add the items, then you should be able to see, okay, there are 2 items, then you added 3rd item, yeah, then you added 4th item, then it should be very clear in front of you. And because most of the time what happens that you get confused and you become, unsure that whether the item is, being sent to the shopping cart or not, isn't it?
Yeah.
It happens that when you try to add any customized item, yeah, then it doesn't get added into the cart, and
Mm.
sometimes it's missed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shopping cart should be visible in front of you very clearly.
Yeah.
Make your site easy to navigate. The navigation should be good enough. Like, you don't need to use the, forward or backward button from the browser, but your website should have some option to, traverse into the website anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then don't add delivery charges at the end. Yeah. So what happens, most of the websites, they they attract you with the price of the item, and then at the end they say, oh, the delivery is, 4.99, and when you compare, then the price, is not good to you, isn't it?
Yeah. That's one thing I really don't like about online shopping.
Yeah. So
Is
yeah,
yeah. It just really annoys me. It puts me off.
yeah. So every time you create any online store, your delivery charges should be shown in front of you, in front of the customer. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Consider SEO. So it's not only the case that your website is up, but you should keep on trying to use the search engine optimization. So there are 2 types of the search engine optimization. One is the offline and other is the online. So one is like you improve your website content, and other is that you spread the info of your website into different places. Yeah.
Yeah.
Evaluating e-com model. Now you have the e-commerce store or solution. You need to evaluate it that whether the for an analytical evaluation framework is presented based on the concept of both demand and supply side economies of scale and scope, as well as the theories of transaction cost and switching cost. Yeah. So overall, your model, your sale, yeah, your supply, your demand should, be evaluated and assessed that is it, working well, is the business working well or not.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So next, you know, on evaluation is selling and buying is an essential part of everyday life. Its existence is as old as human in different formats. After entering in the internet world where people choose everything online, e-commerce is advertised as one of the most feasible online business opportunities on web today. Yeah. So
Yeah.
on the internet, the business opportunities is provided by the online, which is Ecom. So Ecom application development is closely associated to the integration of special software to assist business management and web page control. So end-to-end commerce application development is nothing more than a business strategies that are aimed at boosting business. Some theoretical stuff. So evaluation of your Ecom application is basically the increase in the sale as well as increase in the profit.
Yeah. Okay.
If you sell and if you don't get the profit, then probably you need to reduce your sale and maybe increasing the price and doing something a competitive advantage. Yeah. Now evaluating an Ecom application use, how you would evaluate? You can evaluate Ecom user reviews are like if you want to evaluate that whether an Ecom application site is good or not, how you would know, how you would let the customers know that particular product item is worth to buy or not. So your evaluation would be based on few items like user reviews, are very helpful for Ecom websites. More than 60% users, according to statistics, base their decision to use particular Ecom website on customer reviews, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Like on Amazon, you read the reviews and then try to buy the item.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it doesn't help.
Yes.
Doesn't help. I mean, 100%, but it helps to, for example, 60%. The reason, most of the time, I was about to buy the items and seeing the reviews, the negative items. What was they say? The delivery was very poor. The postman came in, he dropped a leaflet and he delivered, a kind of broken box.
Yeah.
So, for example, what the product has to do with.
Yeah.
If the postman has delivered, if the courier has delivered, the item, delayed, then does it really matters? Does it affect the quality of the product?
Nah.
No.
It's a bit like TripAdvisor.
Yeah.
People sometimes they put things on there that are to do with the weather, or there's lots of bees at the hotel or something. Well, that's nothing to do with the hotel. They can't control the weather. So why have you put why have you given them bad sort of feedback?
I understand. Yeah. So well, because of the weather, they could maintain the bees and but like the postage and these things, they said like a foolish feedback, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think a lot of people are starting to be a bit more open-minded, aren't they, with reviews now?
Yeah, like when you go to read the reviews of for a hotel, the restaurant, people, when I read the negative reviews, they say, oh, we arrived, it was very busy and it was quite noisy. They gave us, the table in a corner and it was not comfortable and, the staff, came very late. So what?
Yeah, well, they should have said something if they didn't like the table in the corner.
Yeah, because
the
restaurant is full, the staff is busy, and it's not your mom's house, so she would make you a priority, isn't it?
Yeah.
So So, well, so it's so that's why they say like a 60% it affects.
Yeah.
Other benefits of having customer reviews on e-com website are higher conversion rate, strengthened customer trust, optimized SEO increasing. Many e-com businesses implement user reviews to gain bigger revenue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Become trustful. Researchers revealed very interesting statistics. Apparently, people trust 12 times more to user reviews than description on e-com website. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like other studies show that 30% of visitors think that the reviews are fake if they cannot find negative reviews.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, it happens as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, trustful, like a trustworthiness should be maintained according to the description. Yeah. So most of the time, what happens, when I go to the PC and Curries and PC World, yeah, website, they list the website and they hide that which processor is it.
Okay.
Like the Intel Core i3, i5, they are recommended. Most of the time, people they buy Celeron one, which is or AMD, yeah, because
Yeah.
they never know the difference, or it's not clear to them that which processor they are buying.
Yeah.
So trustfulness should be. I have seen many websites. They explicitly, even on the Argos, they explicitly hide the type of the processor.
Yeah. I've seen that before.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah. I always look it up on the manufacturer's website if I can.
Yeah. So, so this point is that you should mention the complete description of the
Yeah.
item. Yeah.
Yeah.
Increase sales. Having profitable business is a must in the sphere of commerce. E-com business is not an exception. Its main goal is to drive revenue too. User reviews and testimonials drive sales for 80%. Besides, customers who read user reviews and frequently ask questions are 100% more likely to buy something while visiting websites. Total amount which they spend is 11% more than total amount they spend by users who don't read reviews. So mix up of sales, yeah. So sales can be increased because of the reviews. Sales can be increased because of the testimonial. So you try your every effort which can increase your sale. Yeah.
Yeah.
SEO and user generated content. So SEO, that your website should be good enough. Your content should be, understandable by the search engine, as well as user generated content is like whatever you are writing, it should be human written, and it should not be uh, automated. Like a user generated means the reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, SEO and reviews are main thing for your website. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, developing an e-com solution, your solution should have a responsive design. Yeah. So responsive design is sometimes called the same web page would be working well on the mobiles as well. Have you
Yeah.
heard
So
about this responsive design?
yeah, that's where it can sort of alter, can't it, to different sizes of the screen. So when you pull the when you move the window around,
Yeah.
the website changes with it.
Yeah, yeah. So your website should have a responsive design. Maybe if somebody is using on the laptop, somebody is using on the tablet, somebody is using on iPhone or on Android, where so they are using, it should be responsive in a sense that the size and the view of the website should not affect. the type, different type of the devices.
Yeah.
Then support guest checkouts. Yeah, the guest checkout is basically normally the Ecom procedure involves the user registration, but the facilities have been generated like instead of asking the user to register first, let the user put the items into the basket, and it could take to the checkout process maybe with minimum data, or most of the time you can pay with the PayPal, and the PayPal details are used as a guest on the website, and the PayPal takes the responsibility to be paid, and all information is taken from the PayPal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you should be clear on the different websites, most of them they ask you to guest checkout. So guest checkout has got the minimum registration requirement.
Yeah.
Yeah, site search is important. Your website should have a site search, and so that your products could be searched very efficiently. Yeah.
Yeah.
Security is essential. Your website should be secure enough. It should have SSL certificate, so that any data which is, the customer data which travels from their browser to your website, it should be secure. Nobody should be able to steal it. So SSL certificate using browsing the website using HTTPS protocol, hypertext transfer protocol secure. You must be clear about it.
Yeah, I've seen all that before, and I know a fair bit about it.
Yeah. So even if you need to buy the certificate, and again those certificates, the insurances are given.
Yeah.
So if your site is secure, the site, if you install a SSL certificate, it means you have bought the insurance via that certificate, and you make yourself comfortable and secure by using the SSL. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then integration with the legacy system is also important. That if your online store is for example made in the latest technology of web development, and you have some stocking software, for example the store management software, it should have some capability to integrate with the online system. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you make sure that any your system that you are creating online, as well as if you have got anything offline, it should have compatibility. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, if they are not compatible, then you will have a problems. Yeah. Then maintenance and support of Ecom applications, that should include the product listing, addition, deletion, graphic design, image optimization, banner creation for new arrivals, new launches, discounts, etc., content creation, content updating, on-site search engine search engine optimization, Ecom security management, layout and coding changes, creating user-friendly features, increasing conversion rates, website traffic analytics and reports, deals and offers management. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything unclear on these?
No, that's fine. What's the e-commerce security management? Is that just like user logins and stuff like that?
Everything.
Okay.
Everything like the username, passwords. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
As well as the how the system is accessed. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And so security includes, the customer security, the data security, and user management security, everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Then catering for multiple platforms and different users. E-commerce is created for all kind of users. The development is done for all kind of users. The models help the developer how to develop e-com sites for all kind of users. When it comes to platform, e-commerce development is platform independent. Yeah, means
Yeah.
it should run on all kind of platforms, no matter what user is using. Development should be responsive so that many users will be engaged with your site. So your website should run on any browser. Your website should work well on any operating system as well. So if it is the Windows, if it is the Linux, whatsoever, it should be very good enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the case that you should manage. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it, and LO5 is done, and next Monday we will start the new unit.
Okay. I'll speak to you on Monday.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Thank you very much, and see
Cheers.
you. Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah. See you
Bye.
then. Bye.